that when Anthony Edwards fall down and Wonko is over him, Bo is over him, they're like, well, wait a minute. Someone needs to pick him up. Isn't it a trainer job? I lied to you not. Adam was like, oh, give Brandon the line. What? First of all, you said my name.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane.
Hello, my loves. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Intisar. This is my beautiful husband, Joe.
Hey.
And no, we are not coming to you talking about anything married at first sight, anything about love, and really wanting to dig into something that I think Joe and I both saw that was super. I felt motivational and inspirational at the time. It made me feel so good, and we wanted to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
So,
and it's just one of the other things that we've, we watch a lot of cool stuff, and we try to review and bring to you guys a lot of the cool stuff that we watch, and this was just one of those things.
So before we get into what it is, though, I need y'all to do me a favor. Bust down, subscribe to this channel. We're growing and glowing, and we want you to come on the ride with us. And let's dig in to the movie that we saw. I enjoyed it. It's called Hustle. It was on Netflix. It's funny. Let me tell you the story first.
Yeah.
Before we dig in. I'm on Netflix, and I'm like clicking. And I'm like, oh, okay. I love Adam Sandler. Anybody knows I love Adam Sandler, like from back in the day. And I'm like, I'm going to watch this. I'm liking the uncut gems. I'm loving what he's doing nowadays. So
I am too.
I was like, I'm going to watch this. And as soon as I saw that it was about basketball, I'm like, I can't watch this without my husband.
Yeah.
So we dug in and watched it, and it was really one of the best decisions we made in a long time.
It sure was. It was a really fun watch. So we're gonna get into the movie.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing honor and a special treat to be able to talk about the movie with someone who was actually in the movie. Okay.
Right.
So we're gonna bring up a friend of ours to come chat with us a little bit about the movie. Congratulations, fun to being in the movie, but just want to introduce everybody to the homie, Brandon Mclean. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. What's up, man? So if you guys didn't already know Brandon is a budding superstar actor, straight out of the city. Oh yeah. We talking that. Straight out of the city of Philadelphia, as we were able to go to the same high school.
Yeah.
Hold up. Same high school. Hold up. I got something for you.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Joe Connor.
That's crazy. I don't even know where that should be in when you put the little historic gems in a box and you bury it underground.
Like a time capsule.
It needs to be in a time capsule. That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Can I do one more?
Yeah. Wow. Look at those pictures.
Oh my God.
Look at Zar, y'all. That is
crazy.
Look at those pictures.
That's way back love.
Where is that even from? Where did you even get that from?
It's in the yearbook.
It's a yearbook. I got the yearbook.
Oh, it's in the yearbook. I have no clue where the yearbook
Brandon,
is.
it's so funny that you brought this up. I just randomly was thinking about this today. Randomly.
Yeah.
I was like, Joe, your mom gotta have our yearbook.
Oh, for sure.
Because I know for damn sure I don't. So I'm like, your mama gotta have it.
I'm certain that
I was thinking about that today.
Yeah, I'm certain that she probably does have it.
Touched on it, man. I had to go dig deep for this.
Yeah. Right. You went in the crates for that, John, for sure. So before we get into it, Brandon was in the movie, which I didn't know he was in the movie. So we're watching the movie.
It was such a wonderful
It was such a wonderful
It
surprise.
really was.
We're watching the movie. We're loving the movie at this point. We're like maybe halfway, a little over halfway through, and then like they pan to this scene, and I literally was like, "Yo, is that Brandon?" And Zar's like, "What?" And I literally grabbed the remote, paused it, went back, and then this is what I saw. I said, "Oh, that was for sure him." And I had to stop and take a whole moment,
So beautiful.
and screenshot, post on Instagram, all of that stuff. So yeah, if you watched the movie, you saw him as one of the coaches in the movie. So we're gonna get to your experience with the movie and what you thought about the movie and everything like that. But tell us a little bit about what you've been doing right now. I've been seeing you do a lot of film stuff in the city of Philly, which that was part of one of the reasons why I personally loved the movie, because it was so Philly.
It was so Philly.
Oh man, it was so Philly. So tell us about what you've been doing and some of the projects that you've been working on as far as your acting career goes, and then we can bring us up to the movie and how you ended up in this amazing movie with so many great names attached to it. LeBron James, Adam Sandler, Queen Latifah. I mean, so many NBA players. Like, just tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so I started my acting career maybe about 6 years ago. I mean, I've always wanted to be an actor, and I had someone tell me that I would never make any money unless I was Denzel Washington or Halle Berry.
Wow. Who said that?
No, I ain't gonna say the name.
Drop names.
Drop that motherfucking name right there.
Over here.
Oscar, that's what I'm gonna say. That name.
How about that?
There you go. That's what you do.
I'm gonna take it right to their house.
Yep. How about that?
And I didn't start till I was about 28. You know what I mean? I'm 34, almost 35 now. And I read Taraji's story that she started when she had her first kid and everything like that. So
Denzel was 40 or something like that when he started.
Samuel Jackson was 43.
Exactly.
So
and we can say some motherfuckers on the line if they want us to.
How about that?
So I started taking some classes. I went to theater, you know what I mean? And I met some cool people. I'm gonna drop a name, John Graves, you know what I'm saying? He got me on to one of his nice plays. And then I met a young lady by the Christina Faith. And I did a show with her, 3 seasons. It's called Single and Anxious. It's currently on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay, we on it.
The lead
on it.
Yeah. So, and then I started, just networking with people, and did some shorts here, did some shorts there. Currently, for the last 17, 18 months, I've been full-time acting. I used to work at CHOP for 8 years. And then I was a manager at Bryn Mawr Hospital at the ER department, making the most money I ever made in my life. And I quit.
Wow.
I quit because acting was just good. It was just getting to me, you know what I mean? So God has been blessing, you know what I mean? I've been acting for full-time 17 months, 18 months. And I came to LA and I shot Insecure season 5. I was a drummer.
Wow.
I was a drummer at a fashion show on season 5, Insecure. Met Issa, met Kofi, which is a bomb dude, and then I came home and, just a lot of commercials, you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, hey, man, they like you sell cars? I'm like, no, but I'm an actor in a car commercial.
Straight up. Let me tell you, and let me speak to this misconception about commercials, because this was one of the things that I had too. It's like when I don't know if anybody else shared in this, but I told Zara a little while ago when I was younger, before I moved to LA. So this was when I was younger, maybe high school, early college. I would see an actor or somebody in a commercial, and I would think, damn, they hit rock bottom. Like, damn, they
really a national commercial. You getting
how about that? It wasn't until I moved to LA and had a whole lot of actor friends. And then we started talking about the checks and the residuals that came from these commercials. And I was like, how can I sign up for this?
Commercials pays the bills.
It sure do.
If you're not in a feature film or a short film, commercial pays the bills. Seriously.
Straight up. I had me a callback for a commercial this morning. So I'm trying. I'm out there.
Come on.
I'm literally trying to
get them
I was not joking.
On the screen.
I literally was not joking. So if y'all see an actor, one of your favorite actors or somebody I know in a commercial, big up them. They doing all right. Okay. Especially multiple commercials. We got a couple friends that we see on like multiple
That is
commercials,
true.
and I'm like,
Oh,
next time we see y'all, drinks on y'all for sure. Yeah,
I know that's right.
So
Yeah.
that's that's been the story. It's been just a blessing leading up to Hustle.
Yeah. So tell us, how did you end up in Hustle? Was this like a call from your agent or something like that? And what did they just kind of put a word out in Philly? Because there was a lot of Philly cats in
Yeah,
there.
it was
So
a lot of.
so talk
So
about that
listen,
a little bit.
it wasn't a call from my agent. You know what I mean? And if there's any agencies out there looking, I'm at the middle, so I'm looking for a higher agency.
Mhm.
But I seen it. I applied for it like online. Some casting websites that us actors use for our work and everything like that. And I seen it, and I applied to it. And I applied to background work as the people that was in the stands, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what what's funny? It was a 4-day job. I was like, I'm not doing anything. I can collect those checks.
Straight up.
Right.
I was in line to get dressed into like my suit and my tie, get my camera ready. And I noticed no one was getting a blue shirt. This is like a miracle how I got this job. I kind of made myself a coach. So I got
straight up.
It was like, hey, who are you? I was like, a trainer. They were like, oh, you get the blue shirt and some shorts. You got basketball sneakers? I was like, I do. I went there, got dressed. The guy who's coaching everybody is throwing the ball to everybody. He's not throwing the ball to me. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get no camera time.
Right.
So I go and I sit down, and the guys are practicing, Wonko and Anthony Edwards, and they're practicing. And the team, on the second day comes over to me and was like, all right, what's next? And I was like, they were like, you are coach, right? I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Mind you, I'm just background. They were
wow.
Like, I'm like, yeah, for sure. I acted. They was like, man, you sitting in the coach chair. You're our coach. I'm like, don't tell nobody. So all week, man, the excitement and the just being there. I got the ball with Adam Sandler for like a week straight. I got the ball. I got to take pictures with Kenny Smith and Chris Middleton. Like I'm trying to tell you, I'm putting Kenny out there. Like he was bricking all day. But
yeah, I saw he posted a video. He posted a video of Kenny trying to get a shot up. And it took him like 4 or 5 tries.
Oh my goodness, my man had to put his shoes on.
It's the bad knees. Those knocking knees.
The joy was getting to ball with Adam. Take pictures with Adam. We celebrated his birthday during that time.
Wow.
And it was the last day, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something. So there's a part in the movie, I'm pretty sure, I hope everyone's seen it, that when Anthony Edwards fall down and, Wonko is over him, Bo is over him. And they're like, well, wait a minute. Someone needs to pick him up. Isn't it a trainer job? I lied to you not. Adam was like, oh, give Brandon a line. What? First of all, you said my name.
Straight up. Say it again. No, straight up. Yeah.
That is such a good story, though.
Man.
That's amazing.
Here's the thing. You guys didn't see that part because it was so much tape. So that part was cut out, but it was cool. Nevertheless,
but it happened.
It happened.
No,
I still received that check.
And it means a lot. And it gives you the confidence, right? The fact that you were able to, I always speak about like manifesting certain things and really, and I think this is really the essence of what the movie is about, like that hustle spirit, spirit. Like I'm already here, so it was already for me. It was already mine. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna take my seat up here and y'all gonna see me in this. You know what I mean? It wasn't meant for me to be back there. And I think that it's something. It really is something to that story. That's a really, really good story.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It was like the next step. You know what I mean? Now I'm traveling and stuff like that. So it's just amazing. It's so amazing.
So how confident are you that this is what you're supposed to be doing, like acting and really getting yourself out there?
Because what's funny is when I'm at work, I'm not working. I'm just learning.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, as an artist, it's not necessarily about the money, but it's about the fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, you do have to pay bills, but the joy you get out of it, that brings you, it hits your heart. You know what I'm saying? So me getting to show my talent, get to show different characters, it's an enjoyment too. It's for me. On the same time, I do get a check.
Right.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You
Man,
know,
the wisest of wise men told me when I was younger, figure out what you love to do and then figure out how to get paid for it. And that's how you win in life.
Well,
absolutely.
I'm still trying to figure that out. So it's
No, you've
really
been first of all, don't listen to her,
I'm
yo.
being no. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that
No,
speaking
I'm
to
saying
you
you figured it
young.
out and you're getting paid for it.
No, well, I'm
You
saying
know?
speaking to you young men, and really hearing how you guys are passionate about what you do. I admire that
Yeah.
because being able. I can only imagine. You're a husband,
Mm-hmm.
you're a
Mm-hmm.
father,
Yep.
and what that mental what that took for you
Yeah.
to walk
Yeah.
away from your job and
Yeah.
and how you had to have a real sense and real clarity about
Yeah.
where you were
Yeah.
going.
And you
You
know
know
what?
what I mean?
Speaking as a husband and as a father, it's scary. You know what I'm saying? You walk
Yeah.
Yeah.
away from some security, some insurance, some 401k. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are
Yeah.
you going to provide for your family? And wow, you're right. It's confirmation in this movie. It's the hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hustle. People don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you doing where you're not filming? Oh, I'm 3 hours at the computer trying to figure out where the next gig is.
How about that?
You know,
Mm.
I'm on Instagram. Who's casting? And now that I do have some years in, I'm selective into what I apply to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
As
Because
you
now
should.
my character is out there. So it's like, who are you now?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Constant elevation. Constant elevation. I love that, man. So you kind of took us there. So let's get into it a little bit. What now? Obviously, taking your artist hat off, right? Your actor hat off from being in the movie. Just as a viewer, what did you
Mhm.
think about the actual movie?
Oh man, it was amazing. So I'm gonna let you know a little secret, which is not a secret because it's out there. Wonko, that was his first time ever acting.
Which is crazy. So Wonko, so just so people knows, Wonko is the main character who played Bo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you heard Brandon make reference to Anthony Edwards. And for those who don't know who Anthony Edwards is from the NBA world, Anthony Edwards is actually a rookie. I think he was a rookie this past year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first year NBA player, young guy, and he was the guy who played Kermit.
Yep.
And he was,
Which is
I
amazing.
thought he was phenomenal. Like as when you see these like NBA player actors, they're typically terrible.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
And so I was really
That's
surprised at
true.
how good, especially somebody so young, how good Kermit was, like being the villain and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And
No.
so I didn't know the tidbit about Bo until Brandon actually told me, like, oh yeah, that was his first time acting.
Yeah, and I think he did so amazing. I think the cast. I mean, the movie itself was good. I love how Adam Sandler. He always surrounds himself around sports and those guys and everything like that. I love how everything came together for as the movie. And it showed. The movie title spoke for itself. It showed the grind of Adam Sandler as an agent or a scout. You know what I mean? It showed the grind and what you have to do to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? It literally takes hard work, dedication, and the hustle. You know what I'm saying? My best friend is a coach for the Detroit Pistons, and he said, "Hey man, these guys are talented, but I gotta teach them grit. I gotta teach them hustle. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, and it's so funny because we're from Philly. You know what I mean? It's like we got this.
Yeah,
No,
from birth. Yeah,
What?
from birth.
Literally. I'm
Yeah.
selling water to a well. What are you talking about?
How about that? That's one of the things you mentioned being from Philly. That's one of the things that gave me confidence going, moving out of the city and going into other spaces. I felt like it was a lot of people that was more talented than me, but I felt like there were very few people that would work harder than me or had to grind and not work. You know what I mean? And I think that's just from having that instilled in you from the city. Forget before we even get to parents and everything and upbringing.
I agree.
It is the
You
city
feel
has
certain kind of like solid. Like
I
I felt like
1,000%.
I know I moved to LA a little bit, well, much later than Joe did. And I didn't even realize how much it takes from you to make a move like that, like to move across country and move away from your family and stuff. And I do attribute it to the fact that like I'm just really a solid human, you know what I mean? And that like, I'm very grounded in like my thoughts and my feelings. So when you're around new people and new things, it really doesn't you don't start shape shifting.
Right.
Because I think that, sometimes we do feel like we got to conform to whatever space we're in, but you find that like when you really got it, you don't have to do all that.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, everything will just start coming to you, and it feels easier, it feels lighter. You know what I
And
mean?
you know what's funny, to that point and to Joe's point as well, like I really commend you guys and I commend Joe because I watch you, I follow you, you're my friend, you know, we talk here and there. But bro, to see you move across country, it was like, and as a drummer, where that's like music world too, in LA, as a drummer, you're like, hey, there might be somebody who's better than me, but I promise you, you won't outwork me.
Oh, for real.
Right.
For real,
Yeah.
you know. And I think
That is true.
that's in our blood. You know?
Oh yeah, that's in our blood, and like you said, especially coming from Philly. Let's talk about that aspect too, because like I said, one of my favorite parts of the movie was how Philly it was. I mean, even the
soundtrack,
sound.
When
the
I heard like
soundtrack.
Beanie and Free, I'm like, oh, no, for
And they were
real.
in the film.
Yes.
In it,
Yes.
exactly. I'm like, oh, this is for real, for real.
Listen. It's. I think it's one of those movies that's almost like Creed 1 and Creed 2. You know what I mean? Like, you know, having to explain what the word John means.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Seeing Geno's and seeing Pat's and seeing
Yeah.
Delisandro's, you know,
Yeah.
in the South Philly schoolyard was like, where are y'all at?
Seeing a South Philly
Yep.
schoolyard.
Because sometimes you'll watch these
Okay.
movies and you'll see B-roll and you'll be like, that's LA.
Right.
They supposed to be in Seattle or something like that. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
literally.
No, I see it all the time.
Or that's a lot.
Yeah, right.
I'm the queen of knowing what a lot
Right,
look like.
right,
That's
right.
a lot.
And here's the thing, and I'm gonna talk about this in movie world. Juanco is in Spain in some of the movie, and I'm gonna tell the secret. Some of the movie is not in Spain; it's in Philly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in Philly. 'Cause if you from Philly, you be like, "Oh, I know that."
You know,
But
yeah, you know.
So when he had his boots on and he was playing, I felt like I remember being down West Philly, and that's how the basketball games would be, and it would be yes.
Yep.
It would be just like that, like, you know, it would be live. It'd be all these people outside. It's hot out. I just was like, this is so. The essence of it was so genuine.
Yep.
Parkside.
Wow, how about
That's
that?
exactly where I used to be.
Parkside.
So it's, you know, and then you could go down there, and it would be all the guys. Like I remember the twins being down there, and like you know what I mean, Kyle Lowry and all that shit like that. Like I remember that. Like you know what I mean, going down there and experiencing them do their thing. And it's like it felt really
authentic.
It
felt authentic to the T.
I haven't seen recently. Let me say recently. I haven't seen a movie that I felt was so authentic to the city. It almost paid like it was like a love song to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the good parts of it. Like, you know what I mean? Even when he was running, what was he, a Maniac?
He was in Maniac, going up the hills.
Right,
yeah, going up the hill. You can see it. You're like,
you know
I know that's it.
I'm like, I know this neighborhood. You know, like that shit was so. It was really beautiful to see.
Yeah,
even to see how hyped people was at the basketball game. I'm like, bro, it ain't nobody in the world that get hyped at street basketball games like Philly.
Nope.
Listen, we have the best fans. I think one of the Eagles players just came to the Eagles this year, and I think he said, "I only came for the fans."
Oh wow!
I don't know who it is.
Was it Devontae?
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. So I thought as far as just authenticity, it was one of my favorite movies to watch, especially sports movies. Like I don't. There's not everybody knows like I'm a huge sports fan, but I don't have like a lot of like favorite sports movies. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
This for me just like definitely shot up there and was just like one of my favorites to watch.
Definitely.
What did you think about you know, as far as like, because there was a lot of new actors in this, Bo and Anthony Edwards and everything like that. So it's from someone who is actually more experienced in the craft. Who did you think really shined to the point of like stealing the show out of the movie, out of the new actors that you saw?
Oh, I think it was Anthony Edwards. I think he was just like solid. He was himself, you know. I mean, and
which helps when you're new. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you know when the camera say cut, I was just thinking, yo, where's this? He's from Atlanta. This boy got the country accent, boy. and he say so much, so stuff like so slow and slick. I was like, yo, did y'all catch that? Like,
yeah.
I'm talking fast, and he like, no, you talking too fast, man. Slow down.
Yeah.
I think he was like I think he was the bomb. He was on court, off the court, behind camera. It was certain things, certain stunts that he was like, "No, I ain't gonna do that. I still gotta play NBA." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Period.
How about that?
Yeah. I mean, I just think that he was. I mean, Kenny Smith was super, super good too.
Oh, well,
but-
yeah, Kenny was another one who surprised me.
good.
I said that while we was watching. I was like, Kenny,
Kenny was
this
good.
for him. I think it was Kenny's also his first real role. I know he's been in like music videos and stuff.
You know who I think who did amazing? They had one little shot, and this is what they do though. Was Fran Fracelli? I think he's a sports an announcer.
You talking about Mike? Is it Mike Missinelli?
Mike Missinelli. I said
Mike
Fran
Missinelli.
Fracelli.
You said Fran.
Look,
That's why I say, who is Fran? No, I made a commentary. I was like,
that was Mike
forgive me,
Missinelli.
forgive me.
yes,
Forgive
yeah.
me.
I've
Listen.
never seen his face.
When I tell
neither.
you everything he said was like unscripted,
Really?
acted, he just knew. They were like, go. And he just knew what to say. They were like
Wow.
playing on the court and he was watching all the plays. I was like, we were all looking at him like, it was like, they're like, this is not scripted.
That's dope because that's not even his job. Like, that's not even what he does. Like, so if you know Mike, I noticed his voice because my dad got me hooked on sports radio when I was young.
Yeah.
So in Philly, we used to just listen to like Philly talk radio, sports talk radio all the time. So I noticed his voice and I was like,
Yeah.
he's a real like radio personality in Philly, but he's not a play-by-play guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole another muscle that he had to
When I tell you he did his spill in like 1 or 2 takes, I'm gonna say he was a 1-take Jake. And they were like,
wow,
cut, good, we using it.
that's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
he was
nuts.
Good. He was good.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it to Anthony Edwards. He did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
Such an amazing job. And you know what's funny is Juanco and Anthony are actually good friends off the court. So the dynamic
I saw something about that.
dynamic between them two just made it even popular. You know,
I didn't know that Juanco. So Juanco also played in the NBA.
Juanco he's signed with the Utah Jazz right now, but he's from Spain. Like
Originally from Spain, yeah.
Oh man, he played over there too. It's so fun. I'm gonna tell you this quick story.
Yeah.
I was talking with the one guy and who actually played over Spain as well, and he was like, yeah, man. I was talking to his Spain friends. He's like, yeah, man. I'm here with Allen Iverson. I'm here with Kenny Smith. And they're like, really? And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm talking to Chris Middleton. And the other guy on the phone was like, get a picture with Juanco. He's like, yeah, get a picture with Juanco. He was like, all right. Oh, he's big over here.
Yeah. Wow, that's
So,
crazy.
I mean, he's big over here now too. So,
Oh yeah.
For
Oh yeah.
real? Now let me tell you what I didn't like about the movie.
What?
all right.
I gotta tell you what I didn't like. At the end, first of all, I thought the entire movie was phenomenal.
Mhm.
Okay. But at the end, when he was the assistant coach for the Sixers, I was pissed. Yes.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, so she didn't like that he went back to the Sixers.
I did not like. I wanted him to go somewhere else or be like this. It's funny because redemption, we all see redemption differently,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Or we all see winning differently. And for him, you know, if your goal in life was to be a coach,
Yeah.
that is winning, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just and it's with a team that you love, your family is here, whatever the case may be. But me, because I'm so petty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the pettiness.
Yep.
But because I fully understand, I fully understand that because I also share that petty muscle. But when we talked about it in a moment, and I said the other seeing the other half of it made me think about, you know, just having a goal in mind
Mhm.
and your path to that goal just looking different than you
Yes.
originally imagined it.
Right.
So when I saw it, because I told her I feel like I've had experience with that personally. When I said I get it, because if he saw in his head, I not only do I want to be a coach in the NBA, but I want to coach for my hometown team. I want to be a coach for the
Right.
Philadelphia 76ers, right?
Right.
That was his goal, and all of the other stuff in between was just a bunch of fluff and bullshit. So
Mhm.
he was so determined on that even going through feeling disrespected by the team,
Mhm.
and the guy, forget his character's name, all of that was just a part of the journey to get to the goal. I think it reminds me of LeBron going back to Cleveland, right? So
Right.
LeBron was disrespected by the owner of the team,
Right.
But LeBron's goal, he said, was I want to bring a championship to my home city.
And
So-
as a person, if you can just kill the pride, kill the ego, the ego that's in you.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? And if we could just like spread just a tad bit more love, everybody be all right.
Yeah, how about that?
You know what I mean?
It's the truth, though.
How
It's
about
the
that?
truth, because I'm gonna be like, F you and the B who brought you here.
How about that?
F these sixes, and I would never root for them again.
But you know what's funny? Let's make this a realistic thing.
Yeah.
If he would have done that, if he would have, let's say the movie would have went another way. Let's suppose he had done that, and the G League would have been like, "Oh, we'll bring you in." You know what I'm saying? You know how much harder it would have been to get back into the NBA.
Oh,
It's
that
the
part
truth,
too.
You know what I
That
mean?
part too.
And that's the aspect of it I had to think about too. Like if I'm going to be a scout for the NBA or what,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I could do this for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Let me
and
swallow
then
this
maybe
thing real quick, and you know what I mean, take one on the chin. I'm gonna take. Here it is. I'm gonna take the love.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially I think your goals have to be bigger than all of the hardship that
And
you're going to go through
adversity,
and the
yeah.
adversity that you're going to go through to get there, right? And so like with the situation with LeBron, like I thought similar to you, like he should have been like, fuck you, Dan, fuck the Cavaliers, fuck all
And
y'all.
he probably
still said that, but his goal
Those are probably
to
still
bring a
sentiments.
champion, he cried when he won that championship.
Yep.
So his goal to bring a championship to Cleveland was bigger than Dan, whatever his last name is, and you know, bigger than the disrespect that he got from that guy in that one moment. And not only that, but the accomplishment is going to be bigger. Nobody's going to
That's a
remember the
fact.
bullshit that he said to him that made him go F you in the Cavaliers.
fact.
They only gonna remember the only championship that the Cleveland Cavaliers have is the one that LeBron James brought.
And they're
to
not
them.
going to remember the owner.
And
They
they're not
won't
gonna
remember him. Yeah,
They're not
it's
going
an
to remember the
afterthought.
owner.
What did he say? His name is Dan what?
Yeah,
Right,
I literally I'm like, I don't even remember his last name.
gonna
I think his first name
either.
is Dan, but I don't remember his last name.
Right.
But that
So
was the only thing I absolutely loved that Queen Latifah was his wife.
I did too.
Love.
And it was good getting to see her play a more feminine role like that, because I haven't really seen her as like somebody's wife.
Well, you know what? She wasn't a wife, but I love her. One of my favorite movies is Just Right.
Oh,
is that the one with Common?
Yes, it is.
Common.
Yeah, I did like that. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely like that one, man. Another basketball film.
We always another basketball film, but I think what you may be trying to say is like the desirability, like, you know what I mean? Even in Just Right, she was supposed to be like the home.
She's a little she was softer in
turn
this.
into the, you know what I mean? It was something about seeing her as a mother.
Yeah, she was softer
and a wife that did it was kind of real feminine, and not to say that she's not a feminine woman, because I believe she is.
Yeah,
but I just think that we never saw her presented that way.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so, you know what I mean? And I really love that he had a black daughter who looked black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was really a beautiful film. And I felt inspired. I told him, I said, you know, I have these moments where, you know, I need a little extra kick in the butt, and then I'll go watch, like, you know, Homecoming, the Beyonce documentary or something like that. You know what I mean? I gotta get my shit together. And
listen, that's a I've watched that maybe 3 times.
It's phenomenal.
Wow, really?
Right? I watched it 3 times only because of the grind and the hustle. And you know, the weight she lost after the baby, the 8-hour rehearsal, you know what I mean? The you know, it's funny because I got a video out there about me being on, oh my goodness, thank you, being on Tyler Perry's studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many people.
Where is it at? Is it on YouTube or is it on Instagram?
It's on my Instagram and it's on my Facebook, but it's one of them videos where, you know, I quit my job, you know what I mean? I was told I wasn't gonna ever, you know, be this person. And then I step out the car like, your boys just got fitted on Tyler Perry's studio.
Wow, period. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you need that. You need these like inspirational documentaries, these inspirational films. Like, I felt like this is something that I watch from now until forever about, like, because sometimes I even think like, you know, I feel like I'm in a second iteration of not my life, but my like career and maybe even my life. I feel like I've started my life all over again, rebranded, do all these things.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what this movie was about. It's like less about the fact that like what we did the first time around.
Right.
Mhm.
It's more that like you do get when you get an opportunity, you just got to show up. You got to put on a blue shirt and sit down in the motherfucking front
Right.
Straight
because
up.
you wasn't meant to be in the suit in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you weren't meant to do that. And I think that was this like personified, and it made me feel really. It's so very little times am I like moved
Mhm. Yeah.
by.
Oh
work.
yeah, I was to tears at a couple times, and
Yeah, I was
a couple
moved.
people was talking about it on Twitter, and I said, yeah, I was definitely to tears a couple times, especially the tattoo when he showed him the tattoo with the
Oh,
tree.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh
God.
yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
You want to see a bitch cry, but even when the part I liked when they were talking about how they never had he told Queen Latifah's character, oh, we're gonna have a real athletic baby
Yeah. Yeah.
one day, and then you see like this is really his son. You
Yeah.
know what I
Mhm.
mean? This is somebody for all intents and purposes in the rebirth of him.
Mhm.
Right.
This man was the one who raised him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we take what coaches do so lightly, but for some young men, they are fathers and
Yeah.
uncles
Yeah.
and therapists and doctors and they're
All of
all
that.
of these
Right.
things. You know,
Right.
So
I had
it-
not a teardropper, but an emotional feeling. It was funny because I'm laughing at Wonko eating all this cheese stick, one bite of a
Yeah.
cheese,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
bite of a. But then on the flip side, it's like, wow, look where he come from. Look how he worked and how hard he had to provide for his family. You know what I mean? And it's like, why do you keep eating one bite of all this? It's like I never had it before.
Yeah.
right.
I want to taste it. I want to know what it's like.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it costs. Just give it to me. And then the moment his family comes and they jump into the pool. I'm like,
Oh, that was another one.
You
That was
wanna see
another tearjerker. I
Oh,
was like, oh, they cutting onions in here.
yeah,
It's rough.
it was so well done
It
though.
was.
it was.
Wait, so let me ask you this: who directed the movie?
Jeremiah Zagar.
Jeremiah Zachary. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. He was.
Phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love I love him too. I love him because it was like he came to work. And most times you see a director, they always got their headphones on. They're just directing. But when
Yeah.
I tell you, he was like a Janelle Monáe. Like white t-shirt, black chinos.
Oh, okay.
And some maybe some Vans every day.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, this is like his uniform. Like he's here to work. Like he ain't
Yeah.
here to slouch.
Yeah.
You know,
He couldn't even be bothered with thinking if it was gonna be a blue or pink shirt that day. He
Wow.
said, "I can't
Right.
be bothered."
He's
with
just
that."
amazing. He's just an amazing director. I would love to work with him again.
It was really, really beautiful to watch, and being from the city, so when everybody watched it, right, and then they saw your face come across the screen, how many people
Oh.
hit your line?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so let me see. You know what? I posted it in my story, and I'm not famous. You know what I mean? I get like, I don't know, 60 people in my story.
Listen,
Man, it was like 400. My DMs was like bling 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 bling. I have over 200 something comics on Facebook and was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." My church family was
Yeah.
proud of me. My mom called me. Was like, "Oh my God, okay, I watched the film. Good, good." Mom is trying to be, I don't want to stroke your ego too much, but you did.
Oh, please.
I seen you, son.
Yeah,
But
I seen.
it was amazing. You know what I mean? I got a couple follows off there.
Yeah.
But
How about
no,
that?
that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Like it's brick by brick,
Yeah.
like brick by
Yep.
brick.
You're absolutely right. Just keep on stacking.
Yeah,
I think one of the biggest things that I liked about it too was seeing Adam Sandler in a dramatic role.
Yeah.
Because I was telling her, like, I have a great appreciation for the comedians who, when you see them go and do something dramatic and then they nail it and they kill it. It's like I love seeing stuff like when Kevin Hart did the movie with Bryan Cranston. And there's another comedian that we recently saw that did something dramatic.
Paul Rudd.
Paul
he
Rudd.
did
Oh my God.
What's the name of the therapist next door?
I think it was
or
like the therapist or something like that. But it was him and
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. And they both were like killing it. I mean, it was like the farthest thing from a comedy. And they killed that. What did you think about Adam Sandler and him doing this role, this serious, kind of serious one?
I'm gonna tell you, mind blowing, because being on set with him, it's like okay, where's Adam? Where's Adam? Where's he at? Because he's not here. He might be in a
Mhm.
trailer. He might be on his way. You know, they're trying to do all the logistics. And, you know, so when he get here, he can just hop on, let's film. And all you hear is, she's a brick. I'm talking about a speaker and Adam coming out the corner. Every take, every, you know, time he comes in the building, he's playing music. I'm talking about, it was like Humpty Dump. Like,
that's cool. That's dope.
Everything. He was like, you know, I even said this myself. I said, you know, what does $400 million look like? Because it doesn't look like Adam Sandler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he would come and give joy, and then they'd be like, all right, Adam, you ready to go? Turn off the music, and he's focused. And it's like, I mean, it's like I'm in class.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really in school watching him perform. You know what I'm saying? And the film is loud because you're mic'd up. But when we're watching him, we can't hear, and we're quiet too because we can't hear what he's saying, but you can tell it's intense.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can tell it's calculated, you know, with the conversation, the dialogue, and then, you know, it's cut, we got it. Music just popped right back on.
I love that. I love that because it really pisses me off when I hear about actors or even musicians working with like these artists or these big name actors, and they say they were terrible to work with. You know what I mean? Like I have a friend who was is a music. I can't say the person's the artist's name, but they was like, yeah, I work with so and so artist who's a big artist that we all know, and she was like, it was a terrible experience. Really? You know what I mean? Like the whole place is tense. It wasn't fun. It's, you know, berating people and stuff like that. So it's dope to hear about, you know, a positive work experience from one, you know, somebody with a big name. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, I do not. I mean, I pray that I never experienced that. But I mean, I've been on set and talked with Amy Schuler. I mean, I had an amazing conversation when Aldous Hodges, who's coming up in the next Black Adam. Oh my goodness,
he doing his thing.
Man, I had a great time talking with him. I had a great time talking with Adam Sandler. I got to talk with Issa Rae. Ava DuVernay was here for Black Star in Philly, and the sweetest lady, you know. So, I mean, I don't know what they're meeting, but who they're meeting. But I got to talk with some.
But that's a testament to you as well. You know what I mean? Like when you add value to situations and spaces, people recognize that. You know what I mean? And I think that's what you do. So tell us what is next for you.
Yeah. So I do have a couple more commercials because commercials pay the bills.
How about that?
Got some commercials coming out. I have written and about to put on my one-man show.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, I have written a one-man show. A one-man show, what a lot of people don't know is it's a play with just you. You know, I mean, you can look at Mike Tyson one-man show. One of the greatest one-man show is
that was one of the great. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Whoopi Goldberg, her one-man show was amazing. If you ever check it out, but I'm putting together a one-man show which is coming out in the fall. Let's see. I do have a couple shorts that's coming, but just grinding, you know, just grinding.
So let's make sure you guys go out, follow Brandon. We want to really surround him with love and like help push him in the right direction because this shit is hard. This is a hustle. It's a grind. And you know, it's all about your village, man. And I tell people all the time, like a lot of times, like sharing content, commenting on content that is free, but it means so much.
I tell people this all the time. They tell me, hey, don't forget about me when you blow up. And I tell them back.
Don't forget about me right now.
Don't forget about me right now.
How about that? Right now.
Like, share, and comment. That's all. We don't ask for no money. We get to the place. Just like, share, and comment. That's
all y'all gotta do.
That's it.
Did y'all hear this, man? That's all y'all gotta do.
And watch. So you have Single and Anxious, I think you said on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Single and Anxious on Amazon Prime.
And there was another one. It was another one you mentioned that's out now. I can't remember.
Let me see. So Hustle is out right now, and I'm so sorry, but everything is like, you know.
Yeah.
No, come on.
So I mean, if you live in the tri-state area, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you see me on Wawa, Bucks County, Subaru. I don't know.
They gonna know. Yeah. They gonna know. Let me tell you something. My daddy did one ad for the gas company, and now he is the boy.
He sure is.
I do have this. If you're ever, and I think it's still there. If you're ever at 42nd and Penn Station, New York, New York. There's
Yeah.
a billboard of me and my daughter. We did a Google ad commercial.
Oh wow, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
so-
Well,
That is fire.
yeah, that is.
Should have started with that, huh?
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
On.
Yeah.
We gotta raise them up right. I love that. So listen, it has been amazing speaking with you. I mean, amazing. What we gotta do again is, since you're you're an artiste, we're gonna do a little bit more of these kind of like reviews on movies and everything. We want to bring you back in
For
so you
sure.
can chit chat. We can talk shit about these people.
For
Yeah.
sure.
The people you're gonna be working with.
Yeah.
Your peers. So, we really, really appreciate everybody. Make sure you go out and follow Brandon. Make sure you watch Hustle. It is a phenomenal story,
It is.
phenomenal movie. Check out Single and Anxious on Amazon Prime. Okay. We will. Okay. We
We are.
will. And we're
Yeah.
going to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Because it sounds like something I would like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's juicy. It's drama.
Okay.
Trust me. You
Yeah,
gonna like it.
we in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we in.
You guys make sure y'all heard what the man said. Like, comment, share. Okay, it's free. It don't cost you nothing, but it means the world to us. And we'll see you, beautiful mother jumpers, later.
Peace.
Bye.